Welcome to Pay What You Can Writing Webinars by Paul Lima, freelance writer and writing trainer. Today's webinar is how to find corporate work as a freelance writer, editor, trainer, website designer, or other sole proprietor services to the corporate market. The webinar is based on the book, The Six-Figure Freelancer, How to Find, Price, and Manage Corporate Writing Assignments. You could read more about my book at paullima.com/books. And the book shows you how to develop a business vision and marketing plan, as well as issue accurate quotes. The recommended payment for today's webinar is $20. However, you can pay more or less because this is a Pay What You Can webinar. You can pay by going to paullima.com, PWYC. That's paullima.com/PWYC. Again, it's a Pay What You Can webinar. The workshop fee includes the PowerPoint. If you're unable to download the PowerPoint from however you're watching this webinar, simply email paullima.com@gmail.com with the subject line PPT Find. You will receive a PDF of this PowerPoint. The PDF, of course, can be opened on almost any computing device. Just a little bit about me before we begin. I've been a professional writer for over 35 years. Since 1990, I've worked as a freelance business writer and writing trainer. I've written and self-published 20-plus books, and you can read more about me on my website, paullima.com. Today's webinar will focus on developing your business vision, time management, creating a marketing plan, that is determining and scheduling appropriate marketing tasks, and implementing the marketing plan to help you find corporate gigs. So the big question, are you ready to change? If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. Nothing changes in your business until you make changes in the way you do business. That's a philosophy I lived by for the last 30 plus years of freelance writing and training. So before we start, we need to create a business vision. Before we start to promote any business, you need to create a business vision. With that in mind, let's first look at your current reality. I'd like you to answer the following questions. If you can pause the video and answer them, great. If not, when you get the PowerPoint, go through this again and do the work. But here are the questions. Who, what, where, when, and why? That's your business vision. Who are you now? Jot that down. What do you currently do? Jot that down. Who do you do it for? Jot that down. Where do you do it? When do you do it? Why do you do it? How did you get here? Again, if you can pause the video, answer those questions. If you're unable to do so, when you get the PowerPoint, go through this exercise. I think it's very helpful to figure out who you are now before you do your business vision. To create the business vision, you will answer the following questions. Again, if you can pause the PowerPoint to answer them, great. If not, please do it after the webinar. Who do you want to be? Answer that question. Who do you want to be? What do you want to do? Who do you want to do it for? Very important question. Where do you want to work? You should know that. From home, at somebody's office, a coffee shop, where do you want to work? When do you want to work? And we'll see as we go through the webinar why that's an important question. Why do you want to do this work? I think it's important to be introspective and determine why you want to do what you want to do. Before you market your services, you need to focus. That is why you need to define who you want to be, what you want to do, the types of services you can or want to offer clients, who you want to do it for in terms of corporate sectors. We'll be doing more on that. If you try to be everything to everybody, you will do nothing for nobody. So think about the corporate sectors you want to tackle, you want to sell your services to. Where you want to work? Most freelance writers, for instance, work from home other than meetings. Trainers go to client sites unless they only offer webinars. See the what do you want to do? So if you said, I want to do training, do you want to do it in person? Do you want to do it online? Do you want to do a combination of both? Very important to focus before you start to market your services. When do you want to work? If you want July off, don't be marketing your services in May because you're going to get busy in June and possibly July. And suddenly you've got a conflict. Why do you want to do this work? Well, it has no real impact on your marketing. It's something worth thinking about. Why? What brought you here? Before we delve deeper into that, I want to talk a little bit about time management. How do you start your business day? How much time do you spend on email? How many hours do you spend reading publications, websites, reading social media posts, posting on social media, watching TV or videos on YouTube? Time management. Many people with time management issues procrastinate because they don't know what to do with their time. They don't have a business vision or marketing plan. So if you have problems with time management, think about your business vision. Do you have one? Think about your marketing plan. Do you have one? Having a business vision and a marketing plan, suddenly you say, now I know how to spend my time, and you're more likely to spend your time on your business. To become a successful freelancer, what you want to do is vote the difference between the number of billable hours you are currently working and the number of billable hours you want to work to implementing your detailed marketing plan. In other words, if you think you could be or should be working 15, 20, 25 hours a week and you're only working 5, you've got 10, 15, 20 hours a week to work on your marketing. I know freelancers say, but I don't have any time. And I say, oh, you're busy working billable hours. And they say, well, no, I'm not. Well, then you have time, or you're using your time ineffectively. So what do you do to start? You validate the services you can offer corporate clients based on previous volunteered or non-paid experience. If you have any, what did you do? Does it help validate what you want to do? Previous paid experience. For instance, if you want to be a writer, have you been paid to be a writer? That validates your experience. Your education. I'm an English major, so presumably that enables me to be a writer. Does your education help validate your experience? Extracurricular activities. Are there things you've done on the side that help validate the services that you can offer your corporate clients? Your hobbies, your interests, your passions. Any hobbies, interests, or passions help validate the services you can offer corporate clients? I'm not saying they all will, but you need to know this before you start marketing yourself. What validates the services you can offer that you want to offer? And speaking of services, what are those services you can offer? Or there may be services you want to offer. You might be saying, I'd like to book edit, but I've never edited a book. So you may need some education or training. I'd like to write case studies or white papers, but I've never done it. So you may need some education or training. So list the services you can offer and those you want to offer. Don't leave anything out. What can you offer corporate clients? And there may be something you know how to do that you think, yes, I know how to do it, but I don't want to do it. Don't put it on the list. So services you can offer and or those you want to offer. Now you want to validate the sectors you can target. Which corporate sectors can you offer your services to? And you do this based on your work experience, education, interests, previous clients. In other words, who have you worked for? Can you work for them again? And again, there may be some sectors you've done work in that you don't want to do any more work in that area. Don't put it on the list. So you want to validate the sectors. When it comes to doing your marketing, you need to be able to say, hey, I offer you this service. I have done this thing for companies in the sectors before. I'm a valid writer, editor, trainer, whatever the case might be. So this is important pre-marketing work. So now, once you've done that, and again, if you can pause the PowerPoint, please pause it and do the exercises. Once you've done them, list 3 to 5 sectors and subsectors you can target. I'm just giving you one example. Say your sector is healthcare. Well, you can sell your writing to the Ministry of Health, to hospitals, to medical practitioners, to medical supply companies, to pharmaceutical companies, to drugstores, to fitness companies. So suddenly having 3 to 5 sectors, when you look at the subsectors, there are a lot of sectors and subsectors that you can target. And there are a lot of companies in those sectors. So what we want to do, as you will see, is get focused. All these pre-marketing exercises that we're doing will help us get focused. So list 3 to 5 sectors and their subsectors that you can target. So what do you know now after you've done the exercises? You now know the services you can or want to offer, the sectors and subsectors you can target, and you have validation for this information. I can offer service A, B, C to companies in this sector, this subsector, that subsector, based on my previous work experience, my previous freelance experience, my education, my hobbies, my interests, my extracurricular activities. This is gold for somebody who wants to then sell their services to the corporate market. So now you need to create a detailed marketing plan, a detailed timetable that chunks your marketing activities into manageable, scheduled tasks. Now, before we create our plan, we need to know that what tools we have available and determine which ones to use. Now, I suggest we use all of them. And what we're going to do for most of the rest of this webinar is look at the marketing tools you can use so that you can work them into your marketing plan, which is a list of scheduled tasks, things you're going to do to sell your services to the corporate market. There are 5 arrows in the marketing quiver. Generate repeat business. But I have no business, but you will have business, and so you're going to need to know how to do that. Also generate testimonials and referrals from the corporate clients you have. Network with friends, relatives, and associates, and through organizations. Advertise and promote. Cold calling and direct mail. Online strategies. These are the quivers, the arrows in your marketing quiver. And I'm going to show you how to use them. And then that will help you create your marketing plan. Your online strategies would include website, blog, and social media. So generate repeat business, testimonials, and referrals. Do you have previous clients? Many people watching this webinars will say, yes, I've done some work for various clients, or I've done full-time work for company A and B. Do you remind your previous clients that you're still here? Do you email them 2 or 3 months after you've done work for them? If you've worked full-time for a company, you can freelance for that company as well, but you have to say to them, hey, I'm freelancing now. That is, of course, if you parted on good terms with the company. Do you solicit referrals from them? Hi, John. Hi, Jean. I did some work for you a month ago in this area. I'm wondering if there are any other companies that you know of that might need work in this area. We'll look at that in a little more detail. Do you solicit testimonials from them? See, I suggest you touch previous clients 3 or 4 times a year. And I've had people say, yeah, what am I supposed to say? Hi, I'd like to do more work for you 3 or 4 times a year. You can change what you ask. I'd like to do more work for you. Can you refer me to somebody? Can you write a testimonial? Or if you'd like, I'll write a testimonial which you can edit that I can put on my website. Do you do this in an organized, consistent, and scheduled manner? In other words, generating repeat business should go into your marketing plan. Networking. Do you network with friends, relatives, associates, or through organizations? If someone asked you for help and you could help them, would you? I suspect the answer to that would be yes. Do you ask your friends, your relatives, your associates if they can help you? Do you network through business organizations? Business organizations in the sectors that you are targeting. When was the last time you did any formal networking? Do you have a network pitch, email, call script? These are things you put into your marketing plan. Every 2 or 3 months, you should do some formal networking. You should be pitching email or phoning friends, relatives, associates, and organizations and networking through them. Do companies in your target sectors belong to organizations? Then you should join them, possibly be a speaker at the organization. You should be networking through them. I am a trainer and a writer. I have done public speaking for a number of organizations where the audience is filled with people who could buy my services. So think about networking. Many organizations run networking opportunities. They hold socials. They could hire you as a speaker or bring you in to speak for free. Again, it's a great networking opportunity. And what you want to make sure you do is schedule networking in your marketing plan. Advertise and promote. I say this to freelancers and they say to me, what, you want me to spend money? Yes, guess what? Sometimes you have to spend money to make money. Does your target market read particular magazines or websites? Then those are the publications, online or paper, that you should be advertising in. And I'm not saying take out a full page ad in the Toronto Star. I'm saying look for the particular magazines and websites that your target market reads and find out what it costs to place an ad in those publications, in those online sites, so that your target market sees Paul Lima, freelance writer, business writing trainer. Advertise in the publications, spend some money to make some money. Or as a writer, something I've done is I have pitched publications and said, I'd like to write an article on something related to the services I offer. This is not a sales pitch. This is an article on the importance of training your people, the importance of writing to reach your clients, things that demonstrate my expertise. And I've written for magazines and websites that are read by my target market. Now, if you're not able to write, that may not be an option. Or you might hire a freelance writer, and I have been hired as a freelance writer by companies that want articles to appear in publications that are reaching their target market. So I have ghostwritten articles for companies that are promoting their business. Again, that goes into your marketing plan. Online strategies. Prospects want to read about you before they contact you. More and more people want to read about you before they contact you. They're looking for your website or they're reading your blog post. And then they're saying, this person seems to know what he or she is talking about. So before you start your marketing, you want to set up a website so that prospects can read about you before they contact you. Your website can be simple with the following pages: home, about, samples, testimonials, and contact. So the home page talks a little bit about the services that you're offering. The about talks about you and why you are offering those particular services, your education, your experience. The samples, if it makes sense, you've got some samples of your writing, some before and after editing, links to some websites you've designed, put up a video if you're a trainer where you talk, train, so that the prospect can see you training through your video. Testimonials where clients you've worked for say nice things about you. And of course, your contact information, your email address, your phone number. Again, prospects want to read about you before they contact you. Blame the web for this, but that's the way it is. Online strategies. If you count new business, as well as repeat business and referrals from clients who found me online, so new business, repeat business from clients who found me online, and referrals from clients who found me online, my website has brought me 75% of my business. There are days when I've just sat back and watched the emails come in, answered my phone. Somebody has been on my website, but I have done things to drive traffic to my website, optimized it for what I'm selling. Use social media, as we'll talk about, to drive people to my website. About 75% of my business has come through my website. This includes selling over 15,000 books. One of the things I do is I write books. Now, 15,000 might seem like an impressive number, but I've written 20 books, so divide 15,000 by 20. Still, I'm making money in my sleep. I love it when I wake up and see I've sold 3, 4, 5 books. You know, I've made $5, $6, $7, $10 per book. In short, I would not be where I am today without paullima.com. It's that simple. No website. I think it'd be fair to say that I would be struggling. It's worth repeating. Prospects want to read about you. They expect to read about you before they contact you. Do you use social media? Social media can be overrated. In other words, people can spend too much time doing social media and not have a website, not do other things that I've talked about. However, I would strongly suggest you set up a LinkedIn profile. Look at LinkedIn. There are discussion forums where people may be talking about issues for which you have a solution. Participate in those forums. By participating, you don't just step in and say, oh, I can solve that for you. I sell that service. You answer questions. You build your expertise. Set up a Facebook business page. Not the social page. I've got the page where I talk to my friends and my relatives. Oh, look what I ate today, blah, blah, blah. But I also have a Facebook business page where I post business-related posts, separate from my social page. Tweet to demonstrate your knowledge and expertise. Create a YouTube promotional video. If it makes sense to have a video of you promoting your services or doing what you do, create a YouTube promotional video. Then tweet about it. Put a link to it on your Facebook business page. Comment on it in LinkedIn. In short, don't mix personal use of social media with business use. You can do both, but keep the streams separate. Set up a business account for social media. Set up business accounts for social media. If you're going to use LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, etc. I'm not saying don't have fun with social media, but keep it separate from your business. Cold calling and direct mail. People resist this. Can you see yourself pitching 500 promotional email messages to potential clients? I say that to people in workshops that I've taught, and they freak out. Oh, 500, are you kidding? Can you see following up on your email by phone? What? I've pitched 500 people, now I have to phone them all. Oh my God, yeah, I can't do that. Are you freaking out at the thought? 500 is only 10 contacts per week. Chunking, manageable chunks, 10 contacts per week. Now can you see pitching 500 promotional email and following up in a year? 10 times per week. Also, and this is important, if you get busy, as you will if you implement these marketing strategies, you pull back on this promotional lever. So maybe you spend a month pitching, suddenly you're really busy selling your services, making money, so you're not pitching. Cold calling and direct mail can generate businesses. What you want to do is find the companies you want to target. Where are they? They're in your sectors. Find contacts at the companies. Where are they? They're on the company website. Worst case scenario, you phone the company and you talk to the switchboard operator and you say, who's your marketing manager? Who's your in charge of accounting? Who is blah, blah, blah? Can I get their phone number? Can I get their email address? You email the contact and then follow up by phone. That's the process I suggest. Email first, follow up by phone. I know some freelancers who call first, and I have no problem with that. In fact, I applaud them. Email, phone. If you receive a no, which you will in most cases, simply move on. My child used to work for a company that went door to door fundraising. She said you'd have to knock on 100 doors to get one person who would donate to the cause. You learn how to move on. And I said, gee, I guess that's what I've been doing for the last 30 years, promoting myself, receiving a lot of no's, and then landing a client. So I keep on moving on until I land the client. Land the client. For example, at the height of the .com boom, I was one very busy freelance writer. My website slogan, PaulLima.com writer. So it was the .com boom. My slogan was PaulLima.com writer. The boom went bust. Some of you may remember that. I literally lost 80% of my clients when the boom went bust. Several companies went bankrupt owing me money. So not only did I lose clients, but I wasn't paid money that I was owed. You can't get blood from a stone. Companies gone bankrupt, they got no money to give you. I reinvented myself as a writer trainer and spent a considerable amount of time using cold calling and direct email. I could have given up. I could have said, well, it's all over. But no, I stepped back and thought, okay, I need to redevelop my marketing plan and work like I used to work when I was getting started as a freelancer in terms of marketing myself. What choice did I have? Pack up my tent and quit or find new business? I'm a freelancer. I choose to be a freelancer. I want to be a freelancer. I reinvented myself using cold calling and direct mail. I chose to market the heck out of myself, and I didn't miss a financial beat. Yes, there were weeks when I wasn't making money. I was spending all my time marketing, and then suddenly the marketing started to pay off. I would be training, I would be writing for corporate clients. In fact, there were times I got so busy I had to say to a client, yes, I can do that training, but we will have to wait 2, 3, 4 weeks before I can do it. Is that okay? So I would start to negotiate. Yes, I can do that writing for you, but I'm working for a client right now, and this client has me for the next 2 weeks. Can you wait? So I marketed the heck out of myself, and I didn't miss a financial beat. Marketing. Here's a marketing letter or marketing email. As the junior mining market accelerates into an upcycle, so does the workload. Company name is entering an exciting new phase of development, from grassroots explorer to gold producer. Shareholders are eager for accurate, up-to-date information on the company's evolving African projects. So let me pause there. If you were a mining executive reading this, what would be going through your head? Oh, I'm getting a letter from somebody who knows what my business is doing. The list of important writing tasks is extensive. Press releases, website updates, annual reports, and promotional materials for upcoming conferences. They all need careful attention, but who among your staff has the time? My God, this writer who knows my company has just outlined a problem that I have. I need a lot of writing, but I don't have enough people on staff to do it all. I can help. Oh, problem solution. The person who's writing this letter is a solution to this problem that I, the reader, can identify with. As a former geologist, hey, I'm a mining company. Who am I going to hire? I'm going to hire a geologist who can write, i.e. somebody who knows my sector, knows my business. As a former geologist with international exploration experience, I understand the technical side of the business. As an experienced writer, I know how to translate technical concepts into clear prose that shareholders, brokers, and regulators can appreciate. Here's somebody who can speak my language, who can speak the language of my sector. And as a self-employed practitioner, I can offer you fast turnaround time. Just give me the raw data and facts from your various projects, and I will turn them into a cohesive narrative. If you're interested in exploring my writing services further, visit my website at website address. Please email or call me if you require any other information. And of course, we would include the email address and phone number. So when you're marketing to companies in your sector, you want to ensure you're speaking their language. When you're asking people for referrals, you want to make sure you're going after referrals from companies in the sectors that you're targeting, and you're talking to people or associations in languages that the sector understands, can relate to. Your goal is to create a marketing plan, a calendar of action for yourself. Detailed timetable that chunks marketing activities into manageable, scheduled tasks. What you will do when you will do it. You go through the 5 arrows in the quiver and you say, okay, what am I going to do? That's the first thing you have to figure out. And then you schedule when you're going to do it. See, Rome wasn't built in a day. You don't do it all in a day. You chunk it down into tasks. You spend 5, 10, 15 hours a week marketing. Why? Because you want to work 25 hours a week. You're only working 5, so you've got that time. If you say to me, but I don't have the time, then what would you do if somebody offers you a paid gig? Oh, well, then I would make the time. What I'm saying is make the time now so that you can get paid gigs. And as you get more work, yes, your marketing falls off. But as work ebbs and flows, as it invariably will do for all freelancers, you kick your marketing plan back into gear. So your goal is to review the 5 arrows in the marketing quiver and schedule the tasks that you're going to do, what you will do and when you will do it. But before you do that, make sure you build a website, and it doesn't have to be anything incredibly elaborate. 5 pages, as we've outlined in this webinar, because potential clients want to read more about you and your services before they contact you. So that's it for the webinar. Very brief promotion, and I'm not going to read you all this, but if you want to look at my books, see how I market my books, you go to paulima.com/books, and you will see all the books listed here. And there's another page of books that I've written, including the last book, Rebel in the Back Seat, and other short stories, which will soon be renamed Hockey Night on Ossington Avenue and other short stories. But there is my website with my books, how I sell them, how I market them. If you received value from today's webinar, feel free to pay the suggested workshop fee of $20. If the workshop did not meet your expectations, or if it's a matter of paying or eating, feel free to pay what you can. Again, these workshops or webinars are pay what you can webinars. Go to paulima.com/PWYC and you will find out how you can pay what you can by credit card or Interact e-transfer. Thank you very much for your time today. I hope you enjoyed the webinar, and don't forget the workshop fee includes the PowerPoint. If you can't download it, email paulima.com@gmail.com with the subject line PPT Find, and I will send you a PDF of the PowerPoint. That's it for how to find corporate work as a freelance writer, editor, trainer, website designer, or other sole proprietor who is selling services to the corporate market. Thank you and have a good day.